Hey everybody, this is Jerichos and welcome back to Puppeteer. Last time, we defeated General Rooster, but Mr. Pink was unfortunately still used to set the world on permanent nightmare status. And, as a result, General Dragon was able to show up and help ferry every child's soul to the Moonbear King. This is not good. We're gonna stop him, and we've been flying through the clouds after Dragon to do such a thing. However, I've gone back a little bit in the stage. We're on the third section now, and this is where we used the rooster head before. But you need to go through the game, well, the stage twice, once using that head and once not, to get every grub. So we're going to go the other path this way. And it should be noted, I played through the first two sections without taking a hit. So, probably should have done that with the rooster head for the third one, but I feel like living dangerously. Let's see if we can make it through flawlessly. And right off the bat, here come our 3 grubs. 3 more coming right after it. Here they are. And there we go.
The dragon's trunk was coiled around the clouds like a snake's. Meanwhile, the volcanoes had taken things up a notch. Fiery boulders smashed apart the clouds. It seemed as though General Dragon's body stretched on forever.
How are we gonna catch him with all this junk in the way?
A lot of these jumps, you have to make them at the last possible second.
The eruption had grown so intense, it seemed the whole sky might soon be snuffed out.
Ugh, we gotta improvise. Kataro, just start hacking off pieces of dragon. That's it. Lost it clean off.
And we have the trophy, no dragging your heels, for making it through without taking a hit.
Only once Kutaro had done a little surgery did the proud and powerful dragon finally give him the time of day.
Did you seriously just cut off my tail? Tell me you didn't just cut off my tail, because that is just... Don't even make me spell out the dookie you're in right now!
Watch the right!
And so, he'll launch some fireballs at you and then bring this down, which... oh, missed it.
I got more trunk where that came from!
Got him!
Got a couple grubs as well. Make sure to kill them before they fall off the edge.
I grew up with the sun, and you're trying to burn me? Right.
And all you gotta do is just keep bombing the spike wheel that appears, and you should have no
right.
trouble.
I'll just smash you instead.
Watch the left!
Here we go.
That ain't nothing.
That's it! Almost there!
4 more grubs show up. You can really just hang in the middle and grab them as they get near the edge. There we go.
Our hero dodged searing balls of fire and danced between Dragon's razor-sharp scales as they battled atop the clouds.
Admittedly, this is a fun boss battle. I really like this one. It's not too hard, but it's really cinematic.
Watch the right!
Make sure we got a couple bombs there. There we go.
Ah, blow, kid! You bother me!
He's on the run! Cut along his body to catch up!
Calibris was tougher than steel, and Kutaro was gaining ground on Dragon in no time.
This is kind of cool. Reminds me of the Kraken a little bit. And now to phase 2.
I said beat it! Hey!
Yeah, go ahead and run. You're just too chicken to fight Kataro, coward.
You wanna just let me finish this job for the Bear Father, huh? I just gotta drop off these souls, and then I can tear you into weedy little pieces, okay?
Kataro, drag his
I
body
got
down!
more trunk where that came from.
Almost there!
Oops, lost the head. Hey, got a couple grubs here. see, that's 4 dead. I believe 8. There we go. Got every single one of them. Now just start pulling this again. Not too bad as long as you just avoid the fireballs. They're pretty predictable patterns.
I got more trunk where that came from. Oh, you're really busting my scales here.
Hey! Are you a dragon or a fraidy cat? After him, Kataro!
Kutaro sliced right through Dragon's thunderclouds as he raced across the ether.
I like that he stabs in to grab hold.
This is my sky! My clouds! You don't get to be a wise guy with me!
Oh, great! Now we've upgraded to full-on dragon breath. Ugh.
But you can use the clouds to get by it.
Oh, you're begging for some hurt!
Slam him!
And you can use the clouds to get up high.
Oh, you're begging for some hurt!
Now 2 last grubs. Make sure to kill them off here. 1 will spawn on each side. There we go. Grubs are taken care of. Yeah, you're just full of hot air at this point. Just avoid the fire. It's pretty easy to avoid. As I said, this is not a hard boss fight as they go.
So long, slicers!
Okay, wait for it to come back.
He's breaking up the clouds! You're not
Oh,
gonna have
you're
any place
begging
to
for some
stand.
hurt!
Slam him!
That is true. The spikes will destroy the clouds, turn it into spots you have to cut. Oh, hello. Missed. Luckily, they'll reform after a little while. Just continue through.
I got more trunk where that came from!
And you're probably going to breathe fire right on. There we go. Let's aim it correctly this time.
You wiggly rats! You're dead meat!
We've almost got him defeated.
This guy's a train wreck. Just a little more.
Kutaro clipped through clouds and lunged over lightning bolts. He had a score to settle with Dragon.
Look out for the gap in the clouds! You've got a dragon to catch!
I like that Picarina's helping him fly here. Oh, couldn't get it.
Whoa! A
Oh,
little
you
too
really
close.
want to take a fall? I'll knock that head clean off your shoulders!
You're
Now we
trapped,
can- oh.
Kataro. The only way out is up.
Lost the head, but that's okay. Get up to the cord.
Where you going?
He's after us!
Cut your way all the way up. Keep going.
Slam him, Kataro!
Nice hit. Now, very important, before you start the cutscene, the QuickTime event, examine him quickly for the dragon head. Now let's
You
put him out of his
smart
misery.
aleck. I'm just getting started! Let's see if those scissors you used against my pals can smoke a dragon! Die! Ah! Oh, so you want some juice? That what you want? Have some of this! What? Hold still, pipsqueak! Ah! You fight good! But I ain't giving up my piece of the boss's moonstone, not to nobody! You can kiss the earth and your little adventure goodbye!
Hold it right there! I've had enough of your bullying and that stupid accent. Don't you make me go full Picarina on you. Kotaro, you may be from Earth, but you're our hero. I know you can win. You can beat him!
What? Hey! Oh! All right, kid. Let's settle this like men! Dragon Man, bring it on! You got me.
Yes! We did it! Kotaro, you are one stellar superhero.
After an epic battle, the wicked dragon had been slain, and the souls of the children were free once again.
Kotaro! Another piece of the puzzle! Just one more shard! And Monkey's business is no match for ours. Hey! Wait just a solar second! We beat Dragon, what gives?
You're too late. All you did was ensure the gateway between the Earth and Moon stays open. Now, I need only wait.
Soon, the Moon Bear King would possess a more terrible power than ever.
But Kotaro risked everything to stop the dragon. It can't have been for nothing. No, it's too soon to give up. We've still got the Moon Goddess. If we put the Moonstone back together, we can bring her back too. And with her on our side, that half-baked grizzly is toast. We've got to stay positive. Let's go find Monkey and make him cough up that last piece.
That's right. You'll get your goddess. Now would you just hurry up?
Goddess or no goddess, the tyrant's too strong now. If we get the Moonstone back, Mew should send Kotaro home, where he belongs.
Don't be crazy. Why would I ever do that? Kotaro is our last hope, especially mine. What? Dare you release me? Let me go right now!
I've got you now, Han. You stuck that warty nose of yours in my business for the last time!
Meowsers, this is terrible.
With the dragon down and one Moonstone shard to go, Kotaro was certainly on her own. But with the witch in the tyrant's clutches and the power of countless souls at stake, it seemed the rolling would be uphill from here on out.
That is definitely not good. Ooh, we're going to some tricky territory here in the final act. But hey, for now, we got a trophy. A funny thing happened on the way up the dragon. We get that for defeating General Dragon
With a flash
and
of
burning him
cannabis,
away.
Kotaro felled the frightful monster and freed the soul of every last child in the fiend's clutches. Well done, Kotaro! The souls he freed were homeward bound.
And can I just say, I love that when you give the command to slam there, it causes Picarina to slam, rather than Kotaro slamming from the inside. 6 acts down, 1 to go. But we're not doing it just yet. It's the end of an act, and you know what that means? First off, we're checking that one new head we got. Only a single head in that curtain. I thought that was kind of funny. It is Dragon. I love the design of Dragon. He's just kind of cool looking. Oh, and he sets himself on fire. Shortest recap of our heads we've had yet. But the other thing it means for the end of an act, it's story time. Who could the picture book be about this time? It is Mr. Pink. That's right. Mr. Pink gets a new job.
Mr. Pink gets a new job. Galahagrid Mulberry times a Westin, eminent scholar of all things clockological, was out of a job. The Land of Time's massive clock, which was supposed to tick its tock for all eternity, had zonked out after just an eon. The sticky wicket was finding a replacement clock hand, something that Miss Tastical would never turn up. Galahagrid, better known as Mr. Pink, flew home to his wife and child in low spirits. "Get another job, you lout!" the missus shouted supportively. "Junior needs shoes!" Poor Mr. Pink had no time to mourn the loss of his beloved clock. No, starting tomorrow, every waking hour would belong to the great job hunt. Well, more like great sodding mess, as it turned out. Without the almighty clock to guide them, the land of time's populace had gone bonkers. Everyone was either working himself silly or sitting on his duff, drinking tea. Poor Mr. Pink got yelled at for bustling too slow and for relaxing too fast. There was just no place for steady, meticulous work. He got sacked his first day on the job. Back at home, Mr. Pink discovered his wife could turn new, frightening shades of red, and his son shrieked out a melody of death. Perhaps he would need to look into a longer commute. What with the price of fuel, he decided to haul it to the coast on foot. He was hoping to find work on the docks, but quickly discovered he wasn't up to the heavy lifting. Fortunately, the port was raided by the most aggressive of employers, pirates. Our intrepid bird inquired about any openings. And make no mistake, he looked sharp in his new job as the captain's sword. He was ready to bring home some serious bacon. Well, that outlook changed when he saw what he was up against. The other guys had steel swords. He'd heard of swashbuckling, but nobody mentioned he'd be doing all the buckling. Home Mr. Pink went, and his wife had kittens. Well, more like a baby. While he was gone, the number of mouths to feed had gone up 33%. Mr. Pink crossed maintain dignity off his list of objectives. And actually, his new cotton candy stick gig didn't turn out to be so bad. No heavy lifting. All he had to do was hold himself straight. Sure, he was diabetic, his nose tickled, and he had to take a licking, but he could deal with it. Sadly, they trashed him the moment he got too fat. Poor Mr. Pink. Home sweet home. Had someone stapled his wife's eyebrows into that position? Do children always sound this mean when they laugh? Did he even have this many children? Mr. Pink's mind swam with troubling questions as he sought work overseas. One village was hiring wrestlers. After being hired for his sheer audacity, Mr. Pink stood in the ring. He walked away with not even enough fight money to pay his hospital bills. They pitted him against the champ just for shock appeal. After a painful stretch of rehabilitation, Mr. Pink returned home to find the place deserted. How cruel fate was. He longed to see his true love again. And so he climbed the clock tower. A lifetime of clockological study had been poured into this timepiece. Mr. Pink's blood, sweat, and tears. Why did some higher power have to mess everything up? It just wasn't fair. Then, out of nowhere, a rogue gust of wind snatched him off the tower. He watched the ground vanish beneath him. There was no fighting it. His wings were still recovering, and his heart was beyond recovery. Smack! Mr. Pink crashed into his beloved clock face. For better or for worse, fate had intervened, but his poor birdie body felt as though it might never move again. Enough, he whimpered. Mr. Pink, you mustn't torment yourself. It was the moon goddess speaking directly to him. I don't mean to question you, milady, but why exactly not? Make no mistake, said the goddess. You are jobless, friendless, and your family has rejected you. You are hopelessly inflexible when it comes to rules. You have flabby muscles. Your combat ability is laughable. You have zero stage presence, and you can't even relax on a professional level. You are a borderline obsessive clockologist who is self-disciplined to a fault. All you know how to do is stand up straight. For most intents and purposes, you are utterly useless. Mr. Pink blinked back tears as the goddess continued. But try to look on the bright side. Was there a bright side in all that? You still don't see the world as a perfect job for you. What job is that? Mr. Pink replied. A clock hand. At long last, Mr. Pink, goddess bless him, had found his true calling.
Yeah. Wow. That is a depressing story. Also, I'm pretty sure his wife was getting up to something while he was gone. Not a good situation to be in. I think he's better off as a clock hand, honestly, than with that family. Anyway, that ends Act 6, and all our time shenanigans have come to an end. Next episode, we begin the final act, the Tyrant King. It's all coming to a close, and boy, is this climax getting messy. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure to click like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter if you want to stay updated with the channel. And I'll see you guys next time.